Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can now start working on actually just doing the possessed warden ritual that I was trying to do for the longest time. If the server will let me join. There we
I'm probably gonna go with Apex eventually once I get my custom. My custom. What was it after? Sorry. Oh, he's gonna hate me for that one.
I'm actually just gonna leave the. I'll just leave the. Hey, Shadow. I'll just leave the the Discord VC, whatever, and just talk. Cause might as well. How you doing, Shadow? Finally gonna be doing my the possessed warden ritual. Hopefully. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I just now decided to stream because I was like, I could have done it like way earlier or whatever, but I was. Oh my gosh, I'm so laggy. I've been trying to set things up, and I didn't, and then I was also in the VC, and then we are obviously had like things that we needed to figure out going on with the server. So I was like, you know what? I'll just wait a little while before I actually start streaming and anything, and then yeah. Now my game's frozen. The moment I start streaming, everything decides to break. I don't get it. It happens every single time. It's like I decide to stream and then the game is just like, yeah, I know you wanted to do that. We're just gonna we're gonna have to put that on pause. So, but yeah, I'm here finally. So we're good to go. Yeah, it's fine now. It's just I was messing. I had opened up a my Razer Cortex. Oh yeah, it's yeah at the top. That's literally my GPU, and so yeah, I ended up getting. Okay, so I spent so much time on this. Okay, so I set up. Uh, so I set up this right. So I was like, originally it was breeding axolotls, right? Okay, and then I was like, that's really slow. So then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make an axolotl farm. So that's what I ended up doing. Was going over to here, finding finding a lush caves, and then carving it out a bunch, and then so like I basically carved out a lot of this area here. Um, having fun there, Shadow, fighting off a Grim Reaper. Um, but yeah, so I ended up setting up this like well, I mean, most of this was already set up like this, but all of this where it's kind of like smoothed out and flattened out and stuff, I did that. That's fair. That's fair. Um, but no, yeah. So I set up this. Also, by the way, there is going to be a bit of stream delay, so obviously it's um, which I can't reduce it any more than it already is. So yeah. Um. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I set up that axolotl farm. Did all that, and then I just like kept basically going back and forth, waiting, getting them to spawn, and then killed some of them, and then I finally got an axolotl spawn egg, which I can now try to farm for more axolotl spawn eggs. Actually, do I feel kind of bad for doing this? A little bit, but it's See, got another axolotl spawn egg. Oh, there's actually one right here. I'll get like there we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. Now we're doing the possessed warden, and in the process we spawn Krampus. Well, that was interesting. I need to put a lot of this stuff away. Yeah, I tried. I like I said, the lowest I could make it, I think, was like 5 seconds or something like that. So that's usually what I do. I know you can do it for longer, and I think it like saves on performance if you do it for longer times. But to me, it's like that's not that big of a deal, and I also feel like it kind of like takes away from like whenever you're like if you're trying to interact with like your audience or whatever, or, like people watching, that sort of thing. So I feel like it kind of just takes away from that experience. So I try to just yeah. So that's why I have it like set to like as low as I possibly can have it set. Okay. This shouldn't be that bad. I don't think fighting the possessed warden. I'm assuming he's probably going to be a little bit stronger than like a normal warden, but yeah. Which I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Like if you really really have to, I can see that making sense. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this a lot. Which is why I want to get a spawn egg for this guy eventually. To be fair, I honestly don't usually watch. I never like watch people live. Like I'll watch like vods or whatever. Like I also rarely ever like watch I barely watch like normal videos. I usually watch like either like Twitch or YouTube vods. Um, I also it depends. If it's like I'll watch YouTube videos if it's something like they didn't stream it. If it's like they're just like doing something for fun or whatever, or if it's literally just for a video. Um, then of course I'll watch that. But you know what? That's a fair point. Are you enjoying the mod pack so far? I know it's not like I have said this before, but I know it's not like like perfect, but it definitely has its flaws. But I'd say it's like most. I feel like it's okay for the most part. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, for me, I I don't necessarily like a lot of like structures or whatever because to me it's like when you have a lot of like I don't mind some like exploration mods, right? But I feel like that ends up, especially for like servers and stuff, that ends up leading to a lot of people having to like travel around and looking for structures and doing all this stuff. And it becomes really like I feel like it becomes hard for the server to handle when you have like a ton of chunks loading because everyone's having to look for resources. So that's why I'm typically like more of a like I'm a big fan of like resource production mods because then you can like not only is it more convenient and arguably like a lot stronger, but it also allows for you to just like be able to focus more on more on like or it's less work for like the server, you know. At least I think it is. I could be wrong. Wait, what's missing? Purple chalk. Oh, how did that get weird? Oh, it was when I put down the shrieker. That's right. Honestly, uh, you know what the thing is though, like I guess yeah, the ancient fragments would be like the only thing that I would actually want from the like from an ancient city, like the fragments that you need for like making the for like eldritch spells. So like I'm kind of actually debating on whether or not I would want to go loot one, but do I really need eldritch spells? Not necessarily. Other than for like saying like, oh yeah, I unlocked it. Because like yeah, the only way to actually get these is just um from an ancient city. So dang, he didn't drop a disc fragment. I'm thinking he would be able to drop a spawn egg as well. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking he would be. Again, could be wrong, but um, yeah, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Because the thing is, you can get like what stuff can you get from? Like you can get the possessed warden is a that right, and See, like, you can get this difference. I don't know if you can actually get this stuff, but you can get, like, oh, can you actually just get the. Oh, wait, no, I need. This is the this is the music disc I need. That's right. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, you would be. If we had, like, if we had the Twilight Forest and if we had like the uncrafting table, it would actually be so easy to get this because you could literally just like anything that requires a music disc, which one of the items from hex casting does require a music disc. You could just make that using like a random music disc and then uncraft it into that music disc that's like really hard to get. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to um if I want to. Oh wait, I need to repair my weapon actually. I'm debating on whether or not I want to switch the axolotl spawner to back to a blaze spawner for the sake of farming some experience. Because I'm kind of thinking I might want to do that. I believe it's the quirk mod that adds that one. Oh my gosh, another one didn't. I need to smelt up more cactus. I still did not get it. Oh my gosh. I am just not getting these disc fragments. Um, unless maybe like you could farm them with a drake meat, would that work? But he would probably just count as a. I don't know. Maybe it would just count as a normal port. Ooh, I could set up a Drigme farm and test it out. But I've gotten into Ars Nouveau so many times, so I really want to get into it again. Hmm. Oh, game's frozen again. Gonna try closing out a Discord and see if that helps at all. Gonna also readjust with my Razer Cortex, see if that fixes it, at least temporarily again. I need to probably restart my computer after I get done streaming. So I might not stream for like as long as I did before, like where I was streaming for like 4 or 5 hours or whatever. Yep, there we go. Might just stream for like a couple hours because I have to reload the game now. That's it's black. It's dark. It's okay. Don't worry. No one panic. Everyone, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Shadow, it's okay. Don't panic. Everything's under control. No need. Don't panic, Shadow. Don't worry. I know it's dark. I know it's. I know you're scared of the dark, but it's okay, Shadow. Actually, your name is literally Shadow. Guys, what you're seeing right now is you're actually seeing what Shadow looks like as we speak. This is exact. This is what Shadow looks like. I know it. Shadow. It's terrifying. This is what Shadow looks like, everyone. I know, horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. There we go. Ah, now we're just waiting for the game to load. So, well, so as you can see, I have 8 GB dedicated to the pack. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, nice. See, I don't. Well, I even if I allocated 9 gigs, it wouldn't really matter because my computer's still like. No, that's fair. But like even because I allocate 8 gigs and my computer RAM already reaches like 97, 98, 99% sometimes. So it's like even if I allocated 9 gigs, it wouldn't actually really matter. Yeah. Like it's still basically reaching like 9 to 10 gigs like used. Like currently like as we speak, Minecraft is using 8,480 megabytes. So now it's at 8.5. So like it's basic. It's already between 8 and 9 gigs, and this is just me trying to load into the world. The problem is Overwolf uses so much RAM. It's crazy. Like, well, I'm not. It's not like a ton of RAM compared to like Minecraft, but it's like a gig of RAM to for Overwolf to run in the background. Like, what? Like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about like I don't know. I need to do something different. I really need to do something different. Everything's still running normally, right? Y'all still good? Okay, making sure. Yeah, I might honestly uninstall Overwolf because a gigabyte of RAM just for Overwolf to run in the background, that seems ridiculous. Yeah, literally it was at 900 megabytes. What did I? That's right. I do this a lot. Honestly, Overwolf might be like I can't be sure, but it could be. Gosh, freaking dang it! Now I have to. I think hex casting is like the one mod in this pack that I have like never touched before, or even like ever even heard of. So it's interesting to see like Shadow getting into it. I'm really curious like what she's gonna say about it. Oh wait, well, you're also getting into Shadow, but talking about the other Shadow. I know the other Shadow is also getting into hex casting, but seeing your advancement also made me think of it. But yeah, because the other Shadow, not you Shadow, the other Shadow, the one that's in the Discord server, the staff member. She was saying that she was also gonna get into like hex casting and stuff. So I'm curious to see what she what she says about it. Yeah, like even I was when we were in VC when I was in VC with the other Shadow. She was like, "Oh, there's too many people here now with the name Shadow," and she was like, "If we have to, I'll go by Wolf." Um, and then Lotus said that she would just call you Shad. She would call you Shad, and my mind went somewhere a little disturbing when I originally heard Shad, mainly because of the whole drama with oh, she would call you Shat. Oh, I thought she said Shad. Well, I thought she said Shad. And when I heard that, I immediately thought of, like the whole Mr. Beast drama thing. And I was like, oh, maybe, maybe Shad's not such a good idea. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, V1 is gonna. He might get on my nerves a little bit. V1 seems like one of those guys that's like pretty, like, pretty arrogant. Oh, the Mr. B situation. There was like, with like the Ava Chris Tyson whole thing, where Ava, like, it came out that they were like doing things with like underage kids and had like, there was this guy named Shadman, and he's like known for making like inappropriate child content. Um, like inappropriate content that would like I don't think it was like actual children, but it was like animated, and the characters clearly looked like children, and that Ava Chris Tyson was like not I don't know if it was he or she they or whatever were like friends with the guy, but they definitely were like a fan of his work, of like the Shadman's work. So when I heard Lotus, I was say Shad, I was like, oh, oh, yeah. I don't think Shad is such a good name. Yeah. I really wish these rituals were a little bit faster. They take forever to consume the resources. Pretty sure you can like edit the speed of occultism rituals, like how fast they consume stuff, which I would love to do. Obviously, I don't have the capability to do that, but I would love to be able to do that. Yeah, there is a possessed warden spawning, and so I'm curious. I'm thinking that I could probably get it from him. I don't know. Um, summon a demon. I mean, you can summon a demon. I don't think you can become a werewolf though. But you can summon. I mean, you don't really. I guess it's not technically you summoning a demon, but you're summoning like spirits, sort of. Although I guess technically it's demonic. There's the demonic wife and demonic husband, and so you can basically have like a demonic wife or a demonic husband, and they'll like fight for you and do stuff for you and stuff. So there's like that. You can do like that for demonic things. I'm kind of thinking about reforging my magic bane so I can get or try to get like loot pinata because I am just not getting very lucky here. I thought I would have like a much better chance and would be like swimming in music fragments at this point, but oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of I don't think I've seen a mod like that before either. At least not the one that I can think of. You Oh my gosh, I hate these. They literally like take your. That's so. Oh my gosh. Those Krampus guys are so obnoxious. I also might need to just get more skull traders because I can't seem to go. Um, I mean, yeah, maybe like witchcraft or because I'm there's been like Thaumcraft and it's definitely on Thaumcraft. Um, there was a witch mod and I can't. I used to know what the name of it was, and for some reason I can't think of what the name of it is now. Dang. Why can't I think of the name of it? That sounds right. Maybe like witchery or something. Witch. Oh, I can't think of. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know like the mod exactly that you're talking about. I can't think of what it's called. I'm pretty sure it is like witch something though, or like either like witchery or witchcraft or I can't think of. I'm pretty sure it was in like a mod pack called like the B Team. I'm pretty sure it was in that mod pack. I played that mod pack like so many years ago. Bewitchment, yeah, yeah, Bewitchment. That's what it's called. I knew witchery didn't sound like, but I couldn't sound right, but I couldn't come up with a better name. Yeah, I'm just getting not getting a possessed ward and spawn egg, and I don't know why. I don't even know if it's like possible to get possessed. I assume you can. Yeah, it was bewitchment. It was bewitchment. I do remember that at the very least. to turn it down a bit. Realize it's probably a little loud. Okay, hold on, I need to turn off. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now we can spawn another possessed warden, and we'll try this again. We'll try this whole process once again for the millionth time, and we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe probably not though. I'm betting on probably not. But you never, odds are never in my favor. Keep it to oh, then let me. It was really loud for me, but you know what? I'll just turn down my headphone volume. Okay? So, because I need a better way of like testing my microphone and stuff like that. I know my microphone audio is a little here. I'm gonna even like adjust my microphone volume. I don't know if it is my microphone that needs like adjustment or really, but you know what? Now it's adjusted, and now you're just gonna have to listen to me louder. So not much louder, but I figure maybe a little bit will help. And I'll even turn down. I also try not to talk like super loudly because I have like I live with other people, and it's nighttime. Rather not wake them up. Um, that sort of thing. So I try not to like talk too loud. But if I am ever like quiet or whatever, or like you're just like, oh yeah, I just can't hear you. What you say, whatever. Then you're more than welcome to be able to say that. And then I will adjust the volume and be like, oh yeah, I'll up the volume a little bit. I also don't have like the best microphone in the world. I use I use a Razer headset. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the Razer Kraken headset, right? I use that headset. This headset is like I want to say 5 or 6 years old at least. So like actually probably longer than that, probably closer to like 7 or 8 years old now. So the microphone definitely isn't at like peak condition, to say the very least. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I might just like for like future reference, I'll probably just have my microphone audio a bit louder then. The only thing that I worry about is like um if I make it too loud, then I'm worried about like then it's gonna pick up like background noise, or it's gonna pick up like air, like the audio quality is gonna go down if I make it louder. That's what I'm worried about. But hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh, well, that's fair. One side of my headset, like, isn't, it kind of broke a little bit, like, well, to be fair, it still works, it's just, like, because you know how, like, the cable for a headset goes over, like, the top, like, there's the little, like, headband, whatever you want to call it, like, the protective piece, the cable goes through that, and it kind of, like, is, like, broken right there for, like, one of the sides, but it's still, like, the audio still works, So somehow it still works. It's really impressive. A lot of the things that I have are, like, fully just broken. Or, like, should be broken. And somehow not broken. I mean, I'm just giving advice here. I without spell power, spells are like basic level spells and stuff, like basic power. I don't really see it as like. I don't think there's really whatever words. Basic. I'm saying like the basic versions of like all the iron spells, like even like some of the stronger ones, they aren't like super crazy. I mean, Burning Judgment is like pretty good, and pretty strong. But like, when it comes to like dealing with dragon armor, I just don't think, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot. I could obviously be wrong, and I kind of want to be wrong because I want to see how strong this can be. But oh, this is gonna be really funny when I like eat my words. When he just like one shots me with this spell, it's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be hilarious. Magic Bane is just really strong. There, I there's ways of getting like way stronger with that. Um, I'm pretty sure there's like uh stronger weapons out there though. I'm trying to think. I mean, to be fair, Magic Bane is actually probably like the strongest weapon. I'm trying to think of like anything that's better than Magic Bane. To be fair, the build I'm gonna be going for doesn't really matter when it comes to like it. Eventually, the one big thing about all of this is that eventually, like, eventually you can get to a point where you just can't die. And I just haven't like gone for like that build yet because it makes like early game stuff basically like just a walk in the park. So that's why I focus more on like infrastructure stuff. Because if I really wanted to go like full like try hard, I would have set up like a Drink Me farm like right from the beginning, and then rushed for like the build that I will have as like the final thing, right? I just need to like damage is obviously pretty important for like not just like end game stuff, but also for like just for fighting just bosses that you need to like fight a lot of the time for like progression stuff. Like obviously, yeah, like with the possessed warden, like you have to be able to deal at least some damage and be able to tank some hits in order to like survive and to be able to like, you know, progress and stuff. So at least what I'm currently doing with my playstyle isn't 100% just about like oh yeah, get the best stuff, do all this, and then dip. You know, because that kind of seems like pointless, especially for like this sort of thing where it's like I'm actually trying to like have fun. I'm not just trying to like freaking get the best gear and then like be like, okay, see you guys later. Nice knowing you. Because it would be so easy to do that. To like just yeah, go for like a build where yeah, you literally just can't die. Because that's kind of like the point of what you're supposed to do in like the Cisco's mod packs. Like especially like Cisco's like ultimate and like obviously yeah with Dragonfire it's way easier to do that. Which is kind of unfortunate to me. Like I didn't when I played Cisco's Ultimate, it was actually like quite a challenge to get like it took a long time to actually get like the really strong gear. But with Cisco's Dragonfire, it was like yeah, they have stronger gear in this version of Cisco's, but they also made it like a million times easier to get that gear. So Necromancer spawning that is actually like is pretty sick. Yeah, Cisco's is it's really fun if you like mod packs where you're just constantly trying to get like the best gear that you can. Like just trying to become as strong as you possibly can, which honestly feels like what V1 is trying to do. It feels like he is just trying to get as strong as you possibly can, which I it's not like it's definitely not like a playstyle that I have any problem with really. It's like cuz like that's obviously the playstyle that I go for a lot. Um but it's just not really the playstyle that I'm going for in this, you know. But yeah, I've never talked to Francisco, but it is surprising to see like how much effort he does put into those packs, and like how quick he is whenever there's like a problem. Like he's so quick to like fixing it, which is really nice to see. Like mod pack developers do. What happened? What's happening? Oh, oops. Good job, Shadow. Good, really good job. Well done. Oh. I thought that was funny. I thought that was I thought that was kind of funny. What is 2747? What is that? What does that mean? What's happening? Um, it's not the way that I did it, but he is welcome to do it that way. Again, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna. If he's pretty, like, he seems like pretty confident in what he's doing. So, thank you, Shadow. I really appreciate that. You know, It's nice having someone around who finds me funny, you know? Thank you for being a yes man, Shadow. I'm so appreciative of that. I can't talk properly, but you know, it's fine. In exchange for not being able to, or for being funny, I just can't talk properly half the time. So you know, there's that problem, but you know, it's okay. Does that count as me killing it? Okay, it does. Making sure. I wasn't sure if I had to use like my weapon to kill, but saying the 50. You know what? But like that sense of humor, like I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that sense of humor. Like just really stupid funny. Like I saw a video earlier where this guy was making a joke. He was like, "Oh yeah, did you guys hear recently that that scientists were mixing the genes of a cheetah and a crab together?" Yeah, I feel like that's gonna go sideways really fast. Get it? Because you know it's cheetah runs really fast, crabs walk sideways, and so it was just it was such a stupid, but like I was like that's kind of I didn't laugh out loud about it, but like I was just like internally I was like that's really funny. I was like that is really funny. I oh I've and that's a joke I've never heard before. So you know it was good. It was a good one. It was a really good one. I liked it a lot. I'm starting to believe that it's just not possible to get this possessed warden spawning. Yeah, see that's my type of humor there too. Yeah, just like just stupid like dad jokes or whatever. Like, and it's not even like it's not like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, haha, so incredibly funny, like where you just like burst out laughing. But it's just like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, this is just a funny joke just to kind of like just to hear, and it just kind of makes you feel a little bit better. Like that's all you need. You just need some. As long as it can just like make you a little bit happier, I feel like that's a successful joke. I feel like you've succeeded if you do something like that. Oh, you know what I could do instead? Actually, I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out. Um, if I have to be like super careful now with because of this. I need to keep this safe at all costs. Um, this is what it's all been leading up to. Okay, Shadow, we're finally getting into. Is he asking me? Oh, I assume he's asking. I'm actually gonna, because I already have the spawn eggs. Do I have a wither? I should have a wither skeleton spawning, right? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just let him do his thing then. But yeah, so yeah, finally getting into like the end game of freaking productive bees. Oh, this has been. I mean, to be, we're getting into it. We haven't like completely, we're not quite like end game, but we're reason reasonably close, I would say. Because of how important these amber bees are, I'm just not even gonna switch them over to bee cages. I think I am just going to keep them just as they are. I also don't really need a bunch of amber bees because they don't produce anything. Realistically, the only point of the amber bee is for the sake of like putting mobs into amber. Basically, in case for Shadow, if you don't know this or if anyone doesn't know this, basically what is I'm setting up amber bees and wannabes. Wannabes, what they do is they farm whatever mob you put in front of them, as if they were killing the mob. Amber bee. So you basically you take a mob, you get an amber bee. The amber bee will fly near the mob, and then encase the mob in amber. And then you can take the amber encased mob, and it's like a block, and you can like pick it up, put it in your inventory, and then put it down in front of like one of these beehives, and then you put the wannabe inside of the beehive, and then the wannabe will then produce resources, and the basically the amber encased mob functions as like the flower, like it's like that's like the feeding thing. So yeah, that's basically the point of that. So we don't really need the amber bees to even be like have like these ultra high genes or anything like that, because they don't actually produce anything. But you know, it doesn't. It still doesn't hurt. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really do not need all of these freaking stupid bundles. I'm just gonna throw them out. And I just realized, you know where they're going? They're going into the freaking chest. And I just realized that as after I like started hearing the noise. So my bundles, I'm getting a ton of bundles from like killing mobs and stuff, and the bundles were getting picked up by this chest here because it has a magnet in it, and I didn't even realize that, and then I was like, oh. Anyways, now on to getting into the wannabe stuff. So originally, I was going to use the wannabe for the sake of producing nether stars. But I think I'm gonna actually try using it for with the possessed guy instead, and the possessed warden, and see if the wannabe is able to farm his drops. If it's not, that's not like a big deal. I'll try it with like Drigmies later on. Um, but yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to be like so careful not to like accidentally throw like any of these cages off. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. V1 cannot like take care of it. I'm letting V1 use the mob spawner, right? But like if he's not properly taking care of the freaking tools that I'm just saying. Um, yeah, let's see if this even works. If it doesn't work, it's gonna be a very unfortunate thing to learn. If it does work, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be freaking flying, freaking happier than and whatever. No, what am I doing? I'm so excited to freaking learn if this works that I'm not even like putting things in the right places. Way down we go. Okay. Now we just have to wait for this. And then after that, we'll put down an amber bee. So after he spawns, I'll put down the amber bee. Or I'll try to get him to like come out more to like this area here, I think. Just so that the amber bee doesn't like mess up this like the glyphs. Well, it's not even me trying. It's like I've been doing it multiple times, but I'm just not getting like I want to get like like the possessed warden spawn egg, but I don't know if he actually drops one, which is the problem. I don't know if he'll actually drop his spawn egg. I might have to like check the config or whatever for that and see if there's anything. Come on, buddy. I missing something? You know what? Whatever, I'll just... Is he not able to put that guy into the... Maybe he's not. Maybe just some mobs he can't put into Amber? Yeah, I'm gonna try to, like, find a zombie. Just find, like, a vanilla mob. And see if he's able to do it. He's not doing it, and I don't know why. Unless I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't quite remember how... Maybe I need to re-look up how the Amber Bee works. Sir... No? I mean, that... He did it. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough. Because... the creeper turned into an amber. So that, like I said, this is what's, like, supposed to happen. They're supposed to turn into amber. Amber encased creeper. I probably just didn't wait long enough. That's probably what happened. I'll try it again, and we'll see. I'll try putting... I'll put the guy in a cage, and... Is he done using the spawner? Yeah, I'm gonna try... I'm gonna put him into a cage, and then I'm gonna... like... I'm gonna seal him off. Um. Why is he just not? Why are you not doing your thing, Mr. B? Fine, I'm gonna grab some more of these guys. Maybe that one guy's like all ambered out. Maybe that's the problem. All I know is I'm gonna like die before this guy gets encased. Oh, he actually got encased. I was not sure if that was gonna work. Now, let's see if this. What I'm kind of curious about is whether or not it'll treat him as a possessed warden or if it'll treat him as a normal warden. Because if it treats him as a normal warden, kind of sucks. If it treats him as a possessed warden, that's awesome. Oh, you know what? I don't have a lot of nether stars. Yeah. I don't I don't think the block upgrade actually does anything for the wannabe. Since it doesn't technically produce, like, it's not like producing comb. It's producing mob drops. So I don't think it actually counts if I add a block upgrade. I know it's just going to add a bunch of these productivity upgrades. We'll see what he gets. Because technically, yeah, he is a warden. So I'm curious if it will just treat him as if he is as if he is just a warden. But yeah, again, if it treats him as an actual, like the actual entity that he is, then you know that'll be amazing. And obviously, I need to get another wannabe as well, so that I can then start breeding them. I'm really excited to see what happens here. Really excited to see. I want it to treat. See, the thing is, because I want it to treat it as like the mob, it's like as the entity, and rather not just the mob type. I'm worried that it's not gonna work. Oh, shadow, 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 shadow. Look! Look what it produced! Look what it look what it produced. Look what it freaking produced. Oh, oh it treats it it tr- it treats it as the entity. It doesn't treat it as the mob type. It treats it as the entity itself. So it treats it as a possessed warden. It doesn't treat it as a normal warden. It treats it as the special, like a special entity with a different loot table and a different NBT data. 4 music disc fragments from this. Holy crap. The reason why this is like massive is because you need these music disc fragments to be able to obviously make the music disc, and then you need the music disc to make the wannabe spawn egg. So like, yeah, I just wasn't sure because like sometimes. So I'm trying to think of like a good example of this. I'm trying to think. I can't think of like a good example of this, but I know there's been times where there's been like some mods will basically like um like my like mo um um I guess spawners aren't really like or mob like spawn eggs or whatever aren't really a good example per se. But you know, with like in the Twilight Forest, if you combine that with Apotheosis, you can get like treasure goblins, right? Technically, those treasure goblins they do have like a special MBT data, but if you were to kill them and get a spawn egg, it's actually just like a normal, like red red cap goblin or whatever it is. See, so it doesn't actually. So like the spawn egg that drops doesn't actually have that special MBT data that comes with it. It just has like the normal mob itself. Like I said, I know that's not a perfect example, but you know, it. I was just worried that it would like treat it the same way, where it would basically see like the model and be like, okay, yeah, this is a warden, and they would treat it like as if it's a warden. But obviously, it doesn't do that. Which is freaking amazing. That is so incredibly sick. Because now I have an infinite supply of freaking music disc fragments. Of these disc fragments. And now I can start, like, I can have basically an infinite supply of wannabes. Now, I do need to get more into, like, doing the upgrades and that sort of thing. I need to uh get some more nether stars. Also, V1 left without actually saying that the spawner needed to be turned off, but luckily I was far enough away that it didn't really matter. Okay, just throw out all these swords. So the music disc fragments, I need them to be able to make a music disc. And the reason for that is I need the music disc to be able to make more of those wannabes. the wannabes are what is producing the music disc in the first place. Because I can do this exact same process with like, oh no, this is the wrong. I was like, oh my gosh, it just produced music discs as well. But no, okay. Um, the reason why I need the music disc is to make the wannabes because the um the wannabe is what is producing this loot in the first place. So I can do this with like I could do this exact same setup with like a wither, or if I wanted to farm skeleton skulls, I could do this with a possessed skeleton. If I wanted to like there's all sorts of mobs from occultism that I could do this with. This exact same process and farm their like special mob drops that you normally could not you would just simply not be able to farm any like basically like any other way. You could probably do this like a similar thing with Dragmees, of course, but this way is way easier to scale. Yeah, you could do it with the Ender Dragon. You could do it with the Ender Dragon. You could do it with the Wither. You could do it with any boss in the game. If you wanted to do it with Ignis, you could do it with Ignis. If you wanted to do it with Meloditis, or I think that's what his name is, you could do that with him. Literally any mob, including any boss. You could do this with like the Ancient Remnant. Like that's why this is like such a massive deal. Because the wannabe is like incredibly strong just on its own, but the fact that it is like compatible with like this stuff just makes it like a million times better. And I meant to type in soul, but instead I ended up typing in skeleton somehow, and I don't know how that happened. Uh oh. So yeah, like eventually I do want to do that with like the wither as well. With like the wither, and then just I did it in so like I did it with the wither, for example, on all the mods 10. And I mean, you get enough of those wannabes and stuff going. We ended up with like 12,000 nether stars within like a couple of days of having that going. And think about it. I can basically farm these wannabes. In all the mods 10, it was hard to get because you didn't have like this. I don't think you had occultism in all the mods 10. At least I don't remember if you did. If you did, I wish I would have done this exact same thing. Um, Also, I'm realizing I can actually move that closer, but I don't know if I should. Maybe I should just leave it as it is currently. I don't know. So yeah. And then like, and obviously I need like Nether stars to be able to make the upgrades. So if I can farm the Nether stars, that means I can farm the upgrades that will boost the productivity of these guys, of the wannabes. I don't know why I didn't just do this before and just like put the door up higher, but whatever. It's fine. Um so yeah, it's gonna be insane. It's actually gonna be like it's gonna be crazy. I have I have a new energy into this stream. I am now much happier. So I definitely will be streaming for longer than are initially planned. Because this is awesome. Oh, well, 100%. 100%. Like, if I listen, if I'm not gonna do it, someone else will. So it might as well be me who does it. I am curious what happens if I put a block upgrade into here. Not entirely sure. Oh, wait. Am I not producing? I'm not producing much draconic dust, at least not nearly as much as I thought I was. I thought I was producing way more draconic dust than I actually am. Like, I'm actually running, like, I'm. Oh. That would kind of explain why. Also, the fact that these guys only work during the day, so I do need to actually upgrade my draconic bees. Do need to start. I need to give them some upgrades. Currently they're kind of eh, so they could use a bit of a buff. So I think I will actually do that because I'm gonna need more draconic dust in the future. Might as well give them upgrades and stuff now. I think I have 2 draconic bees though. Yeah, they're just not um fully buffed out yet. But they will be. Will be. Get it? Because it's a bee. That was really. That was like. I really had to work for that one. That was a really stupid joke. Okay. Let's work on some upgrading these draconic bees. I need a lot of draconic dust. That's the only problem, and I kind of like used up all of my draconic dust. Luckily, we produce a decent amount, a bit of it. Sounds like you're the chosen one there, Shadow. You were the chosen one. Shadow's just there like, what? I can walk on water? I've been chosen. I I am the real Japanese Jesus. Okay, you know, it's producing a lot of like freaking echo shards. I don't need echo shards. I have like thousands of echo shards. I do not need. I have 7,000 echo shards. I don't need another bee that produces echo shards. I have another. I have a different bee that does this, and it does it better. Okay, so we got the draconic bees rolling. They're being produced. They're children, and they're growing up, and they're doing things and doing stuff and things and more stuff. Eventually, we're gonna need to. I'm gonna need to. I need to take out all of the bees. You know, because I'm so mad at the amber bees for like not really doing their jobs originally. I am putting them. I'm putting two of them into a cage, to a normal bee cage. I'm upset. I'm not happy with their performance. First time around. Gotta say. Gotta say. Could have been better. Could have performed better. There we go. And I mean, to be fair, like with this, like sort of like exploit or whatever, it's like because I am streaming, it's like now it's like you guys also know about it. It's not like I'm keeping it to myself, you know? So, so now, Shadow, you could use this in the future too. If you get into beasts. This is your sign to get into bees. Because bees are completely overpowered. So you should get into bees. And bee accessories. Why is this? Is it because there's too much comb? Oh, it is. Ooh, Shadow. It's your future self. You should get into bees. And you should stay away from dairy. Ooh. I told you, I'm your future self. That's actually hilarious. No, I didn't. No, I didn't mean to spawn you. I didn't mean to do. I'm so sorry. Your existence is okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this by the way. When you joined the stream, Shadow, but I'm actually psychic. Um, that's just yeah. I'm just no big deal. I'm just psychic. Uh, hold your autograph until the end of the stream, though, please. Thank you. Really, would really appreciate that. That's so real. Honestly, I'm pretty. Like, aren't like most people lactose intolerant? Like, isn't that just like isn't that like the default option is like people are lactose intolerant? Because it's because lactose doesn't like actually like exist really in nature other than like in like breast milk. So then it's like there's not really any point of consuming dairy like when you're like when people like evolved and stuff or like when creatures evolved. Like there's not really any point in evolving and keeping your like keeping the enzymes in your body that like break down lactose, right? So like when you're a baby, you have like a lot of those enzymes to like break down lactose and stuff like that to like for nutrients. But then when like you over time, um your body starts like I think it like basically like stops producing that enzyme or like it like slows down the production of it like a lot. So then it's like by default I'm pretty sure like I don't I know like other I know animals have this too. I don't know if it's like all animals or like what types of animals, but I know there are like some species of animals where it's like the same thing happens. Um, where it's like, yeah, they just stop producing this enzyme because it's like there's not really any point. It's like dairy products or like lactose basically doesn't exist in nature outside of like outside of like breast milk. So there wasn't really ever a point in ever having that enzyme after you became like an adult or like you start growing up because you were never consuming it. But obviously, we, as a species, go against a lot of what like normal nature says, or like what's normal in nature. So we, and dairy products are just really good. Like that's just an objective reality. It's you know cheese and yeah, ice cream and anything dairy related is just really really good. So it's like obviously we couldn't stay away from that. It's like so. But yeah, I think it is like I don't want to like give false information. Like some you're more than welcome to Google this. I'm not like saying this with 100% confidence, but I think it is like 70% or whatever of the population is lactose intolerant. Oh yeah, I the fact that Lotus banned the Infinity Ham is ridiculous. Like that just seems that's such a good early source of food. I mean, because it's literally an infinite source of food. You know, it doesn't really get much better than an infinite source of food. Um, but yeah, the fact that Lotus did that is just ridiculous. I don't see the point in doing that at all. Like, yeah, I guess it's a little strong, but what? It's like who cares if it's like a little strong? It's good for the players. Like it's just an objectively good thing. But the problem is Lotus likes a lot of mods that just are there even if most people aren't going to use them. Like Lotus likes a lot of like absurd and just weird mods that like most people aren't ever gonna like use or really care about. Like fish mods. Lotus likes a lot of fish mods. Who in their right mind cares if there's freaking barracudas and freaking all these different types of fish? Yeah, which, okay, sure. That's cool. We have food mods. If, but like, to get, you have to like set up like an entire factory if you want to have, like, we're not like freaking Chef Ramsay over here. We're not like, oh my gosh, I need freaking, uh, my steak made meat like, uh, freaking rare, uh, and I need a bunch of other, like, you don't need a lot, you don't need to overcomplicate things. And they add a bunch of, and all these food mods are like, okay, you need bread, you need to turn the bread into toast, and then you also need to like slice up some meat, and you need to get some vegetables, so you need to start growing lettuce, and then you also need to grow tomatoes, and then you combine all that together, and then you get a burger. Well, then now you need to also get like, you also need to milk some cows to get dairy, so then you can turn that into cheese, and then you can add that cheese onto the burger, and then you actually have to cook the burger because all those ingredients aren't actually cooked yet, even though that doesn't make sense. So now you actually have to cook the burger. So now there's like a whole assembly line that you have to run through to create these different types of food. No one is gonna put in that much effort for some food. Okay, I shouldn't say no one. There's definitely like some people out there that are gonna do that, right? But like the majority of people are not gonna do that. They're not gonna care that much about this food, about these food mods, to like put in the effort that is required. To me, it just kind of feels like Lotus is taking away some of the more convenient aspects of the mods, so then people have to play for longer. Either you play for longer, or you just get like, you're just like, this is so annoying and tedious that I just quit. It's like you kind of have to make that decision. Is you either you just give up because the mod pack is too tedious, or you're like, okay, I'm gonna have to dedicate even more time to it. Either way, it kind of seems unfair. And the main reason why I say I feel like it's unfair is because you have players like me who don't care about food stuff at all. Because I've had enough time to progress through the mod pack to get to a point where food is just. I don't need food. I don't need anything food related. Food related stuff is just meaningless. Because like with this armor that I have, it automatically feeds me. I don't need food at all. So it's like it does feel like it's a bit of a bit unfair for the players who have not progressed that far yet. But that's just my personal opinion. You guys don't have to agree with it. That's why it's an opinion. I may need to add what is something getting caught up? What's happening here? What's the problem? Oh, oops! I didn't mean to do that. Oops, a daisies. Um. Well, see what you can do, Shadow. I don't know if you already did this, which you might have already screwed up. Which I apologize if you did. Um, you can do this with your skill tree. So you can basically do like a triangle pattern, if you will, where you do let top. You can get the top left, the top right, and the bottom. You can get those three sections. Shadow, to be able to do that, you have to not die to sea serpents. By the way, just letting you know. I know you're trying out a new strategy there. Um, but oh, you went. Oh, you went up here. Oh. Yeah, I don't think there's a way of resetting your skill tree unless you ask. Maybe there is. Skill. Well, I know there is for. Never mind. Yeah, there's not a way, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, I guess you could. Oh, you're talking about getting yourself back. I thought you were talking about the skill tree. That's ignore me. Okay. So yeah, this should be going. Well, anyways, at least as it pertains to the skill tree, you would have to ask, like for someone to reset your skill tree for you. Which actually, I could do. Do you want me to? Is there? Oh yeah. Yeah. So I can do that. I could reset your. I can reset your skill tree, Shadow, if you want me to. It's up to you though. I mean, yeah, but like, for example, I have 137 skills, whereas with yours, I assume is a lot less. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like I said, I could reset your skill tree. Like, yeah, you would lose the stuff that you currently have, but that's only like one third of what you could potentially have. And I don't know if there's. I don't know what that did. Open category. Can you see what that did? Can you see what that command did? Because I have no idea what that command did. I did open. I don't know if that actually did anything. Is anything changed in your skill tree or no? I'm a little worried that I might have just unlocked all of the things in your skill tree, which I don't think I did, but maybe I did accidentally. I don't know. I also don't know what lock and unlock means. Like, I don't know what that... Unfortunately, I cannot do that. I mean, I can do that, but I'm not going to do that. Because it would be incredibly unfair for everyone else. Although, if we just do it for everyone, then it's not unfair, right? It's not unfair if you do it for everyone. Jeez, 20 echo shards. Exactly. Let me what did I do with that other one? Yeah, current. You have to be currently online. That's fair. It's not, it's not for specific people. It's just for everyone who's currently online. Yeah, that seems 100% fair. Totally fair. Nothing unfair about that whatsoever. Okay, Shadow, it's time to mass produce these wannabes. My only concern is that if it takes as long as it did with the Warden as it's gonna take for this stupid freaking... Gosh dang it. I remember there's a specific way of doing this. Because you have to do it differently with the Wither than you would normally do it. Because of the fact that the Wither can kill the bees. but I believe it works through blocks, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or maybe you have to do slabs, I'm not sure. You better not do it to me. You better not try and do it to me. Um, Unfortunately, I do not. But I am throwing a party with these bees. Because they are absolutely jamming right. Oh. No, they did it. Wait, is there like a possessed anything else that like we might want? What does this drop? What is drop at least one ender pearl. Drops end stone, skeleton skull, one gas tier, phantom membrane, chorus fruit. Oh, I also need to. Oh, that's right. I need to do the same thing with the possessed elder guardian. I need to do that too. I forgot about that. Okay. That is indeed something that I also need to do. And holy crap, look at the stuff that's being produced already. But yeah, if I get this set up for with the possessed elder guardian, then I'll also be able to farm like hearts of the sea. Like that'll be another thing that I can mass produce. For now, I'm just gonna do just gonna set up another star production. Also gonna put disc fragments in there. I should probably just make like a bunch of these beehives, shouldn't I? Like just a bunch of advanced beehives, just to kind of like have them ready for whenever I need. I feel like that would be smart. Yes, all of the beehives. I would have all of the beehives. As many as I can see. Put my ender bees in there. realistically, like having productive bees is probably actually better than apotheosis. Like at least in terms of like, well, okay. Ooh, actually, I think it is at least when it comes to like the spawner stuff, right? I feel like productive bees late game is better. I feel like the main reason I would say that is because I feel like productive bees is a lot less laggy. Um, Now if you take into consideration like item transportation that you need to move the resources from the productive bees thing to like your storage system or whatever, then I would say then it's more laggy, right? But if you just look at like what you need in order to make, or like if you just look at like the resource generation process, I feel like productive bees would actually be less laggy than like spawners, than like apotheosis spawners. Because you're still producing like the mob drops, right? And you're also like producing more mob drops if you think about it. Yeah, I mean that's actually like something I never really thought about before until now. Like it would, I think productive bees is actually a better resource generator than apotheosis spawners, and I think I can confidently say that, which is somewhat fascinating. Now, does it really mean anything? No, but like late game resource generation, like if you're trying to like reduce how much lag you have on like a server or whatever, I think this could be a good option. Okay, no guarantee that this is still gonna work after I do this, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, no, it just stops. It just stops working. And I don't really know why. I don't know why it just stops working. Like it's literally the same thing, but whatever. Do you know anything about Create Shadow and maybe like some information on why like the chain conveyor doesn't work the way that I would want it to work? Any ideas? Because like, let me actually look at the chain conveyor. Maybe it gives some information. Chains to connect them. maybe like maybe it does work and just those packages didn't work because it like glitched or something. That's my best guess. Like maybe now it'll work fine if I do it this way. I have no idea, but I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah, see, it just doesn't. I don't know why. Because like this package is going to. It just needs to go here. Like it literally just needs to go here. So why doesn't it go there? Why when it gets here does it like freak out and just not just keep going? Why is it made it here and now it's like glitching out? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Like all it does is need to make it here. It just needs to make it to this guy here. Like, why? Why no work? Why no work? Why be difficult? Why no work? I mean, it's not like a big deal. It's just confusing. Because I literally can just do this. And then it, like, works fine. Like, normally create stuff is pretty straightforward. And I can definitely understand most of like the stuff that goes on with like create and everything. Like it's not typically like super duper incredibly hard to understand, you know? Because it's like it kind of feels more like Legos, where it's like you know how like you get like some Legos together and you can usually understand what's going on, and you just have to like you just put them together. They all connect together, and and eventually, bravo, you've made the freaking the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. You know. So like you can so usually it's like you're just fitting pieces together, but sometimes when you fit the pieces together, the pieces will fit, but it still just won't work. Like it'll be like yeah, it like mostly fits, but like on the surface it looks like it fits, but it doesn't actually fit, you know? And it's like why? Why does it why that doesn't make sense. Why would you make it so that the piece looks like it perfectly fits, but then when you put it together, it doesn't actually fit as well as you thought it did? That doesn't make sense. That simply does not make sense. Yeah, like that, but like that's like what can be nice about it is that it is like a jigsaw puzzle. You just have to put it together. But then there will be times where it's like you think like you're getting it put together, but then yeah, like I said, it'll just be like, yeah, actually, it doesn't work this way, even though even though in the tutorial it looks like it does this thing, and it looks like it's supposed to work this way, yeah, it actually doesn't. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. So it's just a little frustrating sometimes, you know? Yeah. Yeah, Shadow? Yeah. You really, Shadow? You had to just like end off with that? You just had no you just uh, yeah, go get something something to eat and drink, Shadow. You know what? You're not welcome. You're not welcome back here, Shadow. You stay gone. Oh my god. That's you are a lunatic, Shadow. You need help. You need professional help. I'll still be streaming. I think I am gonna stop for a second to get something to drink, but you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do that. You do that real quick, Shadow. I'm gonna go get something to drink as well. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Didn't take me long. We're good to go. Got something to drink. Some good water. Remember, kids, water is good for you. Except for if it's Flint, Michigan water, then it's best not. That's not good for you. I can assure you of that. It's Flint, Michigan water. Do not drink. Do not drink that. Not. Do not recommend. What's in this package? I was hoping that was nether stars. I was wanting to. I wanted there to be nether stars. Um, because it is time to make some more upgrades. So we'll put that in there. So I just realized it's already actually produced nether stars because it has the little orange thing representing that it's already produced something. So that only fills up whenever whenever bees produce like resources in the hive. So you know, I just need more nether stars. That's all we need at this point. You know, I'm actually probably just gonna put down like a bunch of beehives. Like I could just I'll just make like a bunch of simulation upgrades. Oops. Because like these bees are actually like super 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 important. Like genuinely so important for like producing like most of the well I'll just say like because like obvious you guys should know by now obviously why they're super important. But yeah, it's like the main reason is like yeah you can just produce basically like whatever mob drop you want with them, which is like crazy good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I added one. So yeah, we're basically just gonna fill up these hives with the wannabes. Which I think my favorite part about this whole thing is that it says that the wannabe. Oh wait, it doesn't say that the wannabe can't be. Why did I think that the wannabe couldn't breed with it amongst itself? I don't know. I know the wannabe is like really strong, so maybe I just assumed that like, oh yeah, they're really strong bee, no breed, really good bee, no breed. I don't know what I don't quite understand what I was thinking, but it's fine. All I know is we're gonna be producing a lot of mob drops. Oh, and we've produced nether stars. How many nether stars have we produced? Where's the nether stars? Show me nether stars. What happened? Storage? Unless it didn't. Maybe it doesn't always produce nether stars. Maybe like the wither produces other stuff other than just. Oh, it's probably. It also probably produces these receptacles and stuff. That is probably what it. Yeah. Let me check. Unfortunately, okay, it doesn't actually show. If I had to guess, though, that is probably what it is. Is it probably produces other resources other than just nether stars? It probably does produce like the receptacles and kind of like how, but like that's not really like in the traditional loot table for the wither. That's why I'm a little confused. But yeah, it's fine. And this is good for my alignment. What's the keybind for the alignment again? Oh yeah, L. I'm trying to boost my alignment. You know what? I could actually, because of this, I could actually put another beehive in the front. Now, will I do that? Probably not. I don't think that's a good idea. But maybe it is a good idea. I don't know. I'm not going to. But I do want to put another beehive down. Similar to how I have with, like, over here. Because I do need quite a few nether stars. Nether stars are important. Very, very, very important. So, I'm going to need quite a few. Okay. And I don't... Wait, do I not... Do I have... I do have more back. Okay. There it is. Not set the sun, not set the sun. 12 nether stars. Nice. Okay. We are, yeah. We're doing really well now when it comes to nether star productivity. I'm really happy about this. Trying to think of like what else we need right now. What is it that we're like missing now? Because what about draconic dust? How are we looking? 284. We're doing pretty good, I would say. I feel like the honey blocks is where we're probably lacking because we don't have a way of like really automating that part, you know. Other than this, actually. This we could do this. It would be pretty easy to take this part and I feel like I should. I really feel like I should because it would not be that difficult to do. So let's see. So if I wanted to add more of these heated centrifuges, right? One here, one here. Couldn't have one here. So basically just one here, one here, and then yeah, I could put that there. Um, so I would just need to make another pump. basin, another press. Now all we do now is uh let me think. I could. I'm thinking about having the pump. Okay, so because we're gonna have heat a centrifuge here, heat a centrifuge here. That means that there's room to do whatever we want, basically, with like these two within these two spaces, right? So I'm thinking have pump here, and then I'm gonna have a backpack, kind of like how I have over there. I have a backpack, and then have that output into the basin on top of it. The, the problem is this backpack over here. This backpack over here is obviously like consuming like it's getting basically like it's getting all of the honey. So there's no way that like it's just I don't. I don't think there's any way I could fit it in. I don't think there's any way possible. Luckily, I've never heard that sentence before in my life, so there's probably a way to do it. But it's we're gonna trust me, it always fits. There's never a moment in time where it's not you can't fit it. I assure you that I've never had that problem once in my life. Anyways, so let's see what are we talking about again? We're still talking about Minecraft, right? So yeah, so now I just need to get the backpack. I need to get the pump upgrade. I need to get the tank upgrade. Okay, and then we need the tank upgrade. And I think I'm gonna use just this gold backpack. This should be plenty. And then yeah, we'll have it output. Don't interact. And then what we can do some setting up. So, like, that's already relatively close, right? All we need now is... Now that works. Okay? Problem is, there's like no room for anything else. When I say no room for anything else, I mean there's no more room for me to walk. So, I'm gonna try to see if I can... Again, we're trying to fit things into small places. The very, very, very tight places. Hasn't been a problem for me this... Hasn't been a problem for me yet. So, don't think... Don't think this... I need to stop. I need to stop while I'm ahead. Stop while I can. Like if I... Yeah, if I do... I can do this. And I'm thinking I can just have it like... Like, yeah, I can just have this come down like this. And then... And that like that. And there we go. Oh, but that still covers up. Yeah, I didn't quite think this part through. I think what I'll do instead. If I do this... This whole situation does not really help me. It doesn't... It just, I mean, I could do... Actually, I could do... Like this and then... That. That would work. And then I can have a... chest out the front. Oh wait, that's another chest. I don't quite need that much storage. Iron chest will do just fine. And... Do I have any spare hopper upgrades? I know I have made quite a few before, so... But somehow today it doesn't seem like I have any spares, I should say. So there we go. Now we have honey blocks fully automated. Yippee! So we have that going for us now. I'm also just gonna put a bunch of these moss blocks into the system. Just might as well. that away. That into there. Get rid of that because I really just don't care about it anymore. Okay. I am curious. Was there like a better way to do this exact sort of setup? I don't think there really was. Like this sort of thing right here. I don't think there was really was like a better way of doing this. That like also kept this little pathway open so that I could access like these chests and stuff. I don't think there was a better way. I could be wrong. I don't think there was. I'm gonna get at least 2 more, I think. Well, yeah, I'll get 2 more for now, and then in the future, I'll have extra wannabes if I ever need them. It actually produces a decent amount of honey blocks. Like that's relatively quick. How many nether stars do we have? I want to see. We have. Wait, that did it say 80? We have 80 nether stars. Wow. Yeah, we're getting up there in productivity for nether stars. So now we can really just focus on making all of these upgrades. Where arrows in different. Okay. I should. If we have any coins in here, I should probably take them out. Yeah, there we go. So there were some coins. Not a lot, of course. I wasn't expecting much, but any little bit in there we need to get rid of because it's extra slots it's taken up. I should also probably take the spawners out of here too. Because, oh my gosh, we have so freaking many. Holy crap. I did not realize we had so many freaking spawners. Jeez. Why do we have so many zombie spawners? My gosh. Okay, so that gets me to that. I'm pretty sure the only thing that I'm really like missing when it comes to this stuff is just like I don't think I need like block upgrades. Obviously, for like Nether stars, you're not like producing Nether star. There's no, you can't produce Nether star blocks, right? Like that's something you can do, right? Like that's okay. No. I'm just I just had to make sure. Just had to make sure. Um, what how much honey? Honey, yeah, honey blocks is honestly like that's a bit of a problem. I might actually. Might turn that off for now. I could actually have it going this way instead to kind of save room back there. Mm. But the problem is, yeah, there's just not. I'd have to go right here, and there's just not quite one that's right there. Fortunately. Yeah, I think I think focusing all the honey onto honey blocks, at least for the time being, I think is definitely going to be a better idea. 108 nether stars, almost 300 of these disc fragments. You know what? I should actually add block upgrades to the draconic stuff. I think I will upgrade that. Should I? I with how much of that I need for upgrades, I feel like I should. Um, is a bit unfortunate that like um honey blocks are what we're running out of. Like that is I out of all the resources, I would not have expected that one to be the resource that we would be like running short of. See, we're literally out of honey blocks. That just yeah, that was not the resource that I expected us to be short of. Hmm. And the thing is, if I do turn them into blocks, like that'll actually have it, like that'll actually generate us more honey. Because each block that is produced, like that gets centrifuged, whatever, whatever the correct word would be for that. Um, it gets, it has like four times the amount of honey. So you're basically producing four times the amount of resources, four times the amount of honey in the same amount of time. So, you know, I would say for most resources, that's gonna be like a good thing. For some, eh. Some it could be like it could be kind of iffy, but like for the iron, the gold, silver, isnium, and basically the copper, all the raw materials, it's gonna be bad. Um, at least until I develop this a little bit further. Because what I'm also thinking about doing is because I, I've mentioned this before, but the plan is to eventually have it so that the resources actually lead into a chest, like a chest like this, that has funnels on all sides. So it'll spit out like the diamonds, the emeralds, whatever, and that'll automatically go into here. But then it'll spit out off to the side the raw materials, the iron, the gold, the copper, all that stuff. And so we can basically keep the filters in place where they are, right? So we can keep the same filters. But then I could also add another fan actually to like right here. I can actually add a fan like right here that's blowing because then there won't be like something in the way, you know? So only reason why I haven't done that yet is just because I don't feel like it's necessary yet to do. Um, but eventually it probably will end up being necessary. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What do I need for the possessed Elder Guard? So basically, like some things that I can get just from a. Oh. I'm gonna have to leave this block of copper out in the world, though. But I think I pretty much have everything except for probably like the sea lantern. Oh, and I need an Aphrit for this. Oh wait, never mind. That's not that hard to make actually. I was thinking that would be more complicated. Okay. So we have that. So I basically just need to look up prismarine. So we have normal prismarine, and that's basically it. Actually, prismarine brick. So I need to go grab. I have a sea temple waste. Not waystone, but waypoint. So we're gonna go over to it. I don't know why it like glitches out like that sometimes, where it just like and it just stops me. Like, that seems really annoying. Hello, Mr. Dragon. Surprised he didn't actually try to follow me. Usually the dragons will try to like follow after you. It's quite the surprise. Yeah, like there's a sunken city right there, and right next to it is a sea monument, which or an ocean monument, which is honestly really funny. Oh wait, there's oxidized. Oh, but those are slabs. Does this just have like? Oh wait, this just straight up has oxidized copper. Oh, there's also a sea serpent. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Elder Guardian. Hey, buddy. Hey, little fella. And he's dead. Oh, sea serpent spawn egg. Nice. That'll be nice to have. Another sea serpent. Hey, fella, I killed your friend. You might want to back off. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so I just need prismarine and dark prismarine. Okay. What do I need to sacrifice? Oh, any fish. Okay, that's actually really easy to do. Not like I haven't sacrificed tons of fish before, so. Oh, but what kind of. Oh, it was. Wait, what's it? What is it? Yeah, it was commanding conjured, which is a different ritual than this one. What is Abra's? This one probably needs the red, which, yeah, requires me to do Afrit to kill the Afrit guy. So I do need purple. I do need a bit of white. Not there, though. That's fine. We can fix that after. And then, yeah, we need candles. I think it's just 4 candles, right? Oh, no, it's 8. Okay. Then I need to do stuff with skulls. Hmm. Okay. So we have this. Now, yeah, now we just need to do stuff with Afrit in the future. I think I'm actually gonna, like, uh, end stream here soon because I just remembered I'm supposed to be playing with Kobe later. Not sure what time, but I don't want to obviously sleep through that. Um, because I do still need to, get some sleep. So, um, so yeah, I think I'll just I'll finish this tomorrow. Um, and get stuff going. But yeah, I mean, we did quite a bit today, so I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made. We got the wannabe, and now we're mass basically setting up wannabe resource production. So I'm happy with this. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. It doesn't cost you guys anything. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next one. You guys all take care.